And we say good morning to you. Welcome. We are live on the road again on this Food City Friday. We're live at Food City in Boones Creek. Again, getting ready to tell you all about the Stock Your Shelves and Save sale. Again on this Friday, May the 4th, 2018. Show number 741. And we are live here again, as we said, at Food City in Boones Creek. And we're glad to be with you and glad you're with us for the next couple of hours, talking lots of sports. High school baseball and softball tournament play starts. A couple of games got going last night, but the bulk of them starts tonight. We'll tell you all about that, including the Elizabethton Cyclones. We'll have that one for you tonight. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A out of Elizabethton, our title sponsor. It'll be the Cyclones doing battle with the Happy Valley Warriors tonight. We'll tell you all about that. Again, we can tell you right now, it's 4:30 airtime. First pitch at 5 o'clock from Cardinal Park, TVA Credit Union Ballpark in Johnson City. And so we'll be there for that. Winner moves on, loser goes home. The winner plays tomorrow at noon. And so we'll tell you all about that. We'll set the bracketings in the AAA, AA, and Single A baseball and softball. Major League Baseball last night, Big Albert did it again. We'll tell you all about that. Also, we're going to get a report from Mike Hedrick, top of the hour from our NASCAR fans reporter about happenings this weekend, including a triple header starting tonight with the truck race, the Jakes 300. And so that'll be the truck race tonight from Dover, Delaware. Tomorrow, the Xfinity Series race, of course, then on Sunday Cup race, a triple header, the Monster Mile in Dover, Delaware. We'll hear all about that again from our buddy Mike Hedrick. Also, Dave Martin from WLW in Cincinnati going to preview the Kentucky Derby, whatever the call is of the bugle. Have that for you. Also, Carrie Ann Bush going to join us from right here at Food City, and Gary Banks, the assistant store manager. Again, it's the day that the sale is on. It's called the Stock Up and Save, Stock Your Shelves and Save sale. How about this right here? Scott strawberries are here, folks. Check that out. $3.50 a quart. Look at these puppies. I'm talking like, whoop, almost dropped it. Look here. Look at that now. Locally grown strawberries right here on the bank, the sandy banks of the Nolichucky River at Unicoi. Scott strawberries. How about this? In fact, I guess we want to buy this one since I'm handling it. Look at that. Looks like a ping pong ball. Locally grown. Scott strawberries are in at all Food Cities for $3.50 a quart. I may just jump in on one of those here in a minute and have a juice run down my beard and all over the place. So, also we got the NBA, the National Hockey League, Major League Baseball, Big Albert. Again, 2,999, of course, on the old hits department. You got another one last night, so I'll tell you all about that as well. And so all that straight ahead here again on this Friday and more. We're going to be joined by Mike Hedrick. Also, Bill Patrickson will join us from the Kingsport Speedway. Also, we're going to be joined, as we said, by Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. And also, we're due to be joined by Ryan Presnell, or check that, Ken Harden, the softball coach from the Elizabethton Lady Cyclones. They start their action coming up on Monday night, the district tournament, again in Elizabethton. So it's tournament time. A very, very important day for these kids, these young men and young ladies, these student athletes. So you win, you move on. You lose, you go home. So elimination games today in AAA, AA, and Single A, baseball, softball, and we'll tell you all about that coming up right out of this break. In fact, that'll be our first one. We do want to tell you about some of the specials going on. So our first segment will be, as we said, baseball and softball on the local scene. We've got the cubes today, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans for $4.99, limit 2. There's your boneless pork loin for $1.49 a pound. It's the Stock Your Shelves and Save sale today only, one-day sale at all Food Cities across the chain. Also, you have Harvest Club russet potatoes, 10-pound bag for $2.99. Bland Farms Sweet Valdalia onions, 3-pound bag, 2 for $3. Also, you have Duke's mayonnaise, a 32-ounce jar for $1.99. Grade A Food Club large white eggs, 18 count for $1.99. Food Club corn, 39 cents a sweet peas. Green beans or Food Club corn, 39 cents a can, limit 12. Also, Scott bath tissues or Scott paper towels, 6 to 12 rolls for $3.99, limit 2. All that going on again at all Food Cities today. Again, we're going to be here for the next couple of hours. And also, if you have not seen it, let's start the show here. If you have not seen the press conference of Jason Witten, you got to check it out. It is awesome. I mean, it is an incredible few minutes. And I sent out a thing last night on Facebook about the definition of class. Man, he is. You need to go back and read or listen to, I guess, in its entirety if you get a chance, the press conference. Jason Witten announcing yesterday retiring from the National Football League, heading off to Monday Night Football. Going to be in the broadcast booth. So incredible press conference. Why was it incredible? Just the class, just the professionalism. Uh, he said all through his career he wanted to be durable and dependable. He missed what, 2 games, one with a broken jaw, one with a ruptured spleen. So he has set so many Cowboys records as a tight end. He and Tony Gonzalez, sure bets for the NFL Hall of Fame. Certainly Witten is. I can't speak for Gonzalez, but I'd be shocked. I'm not going to be shocked. He will be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. There's no question. So, but it's really cool what he said about the kids. Always talk to him. Said, you know, how do you get to become a Dallas Cowboy? See if I can find this quote real quick because I want to read this. This is awesome. Talking about the grit. Let's see this reference. Pull this out of the Johnson City Press because I want you to hear this. This is neat. Whenever young kids come up to me and ask me, how do you grow up and play for the Dallas Cowboys and have that type of career, Witten said my answer was always the same. I love this. You're going to hear this a lot on this show. The secret is in the dirt. I was never the most talented, never the flashiest. I relied on grit. The secret's in the dirt. Is that not cool? What a quote. The secret is in the dirt. Wow. 1,152 catches for 12,448 yards. Witten joins Tony Gonzalez as the only NFL tight ends ever with at least 1,000 catches and 10,000 yards. 15 seasons as a Cowboy, tied for the most in Dallas with defensive end Ed Too Tall Jones, safety Bill Bates, and late offensive lineman Mark Tunnell. One of the most complete tight ends ever to play the game. Witten third on the NBA. Where did I get the NBA? Third on the Cowboys list with 68 touchdown catches, trails Dez Bryant, released last month with 73, and Hall of Famer Bob Hayes with 71. So this guy just stamped his name in the record books into the archives of Dallas Cowboy history, obviously. And so the signature moment, of course, for him back in 2007 when he ran nearly 30 yards and was tackled without a helmet after it was knocked off. Got his helmet knocked off. You've seen the replay many, many, many times, and kept right on going. And guy loses his helmet in the middle of a football game of the National Football League and kept on running. So anyway, Jason Witten has stepped aside, and again, he says, my answer is always the same. The secret was in the dirt. Was never the most talented, never the flashiest. I relied on grit. And there you go. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. We are live here again at Food City. We'll break down baseball and softball, let you know who's playing where. Tournament time today, elimination day. Winners move on, losers go home, and we'll do that right after you hear this from our good friend Phil's Dream Pit, right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back with my buddy Phil's Dream Pit again, the quest for perfect barbecue. And tell us about, big guy, tell us about the dream packs at Phil's Dream Pit.
So we offer these dream packs that we offer them in equal numbers. So like 4, 8, 12, 20, 24. I mean, we can do them as much as 100 people or more. We've had them go out for 300 people. But the dream packs are, it comes with the pork, the sauce, the buns, and 3 sides. So you could do like beans, potato salad, and coleslaw. The price ends up costing you a little under $7 a person, which is an unbelievable value around here.
Well, obviously spring's right around the corner. You're looking at people on the move, going to ball games and Little League games and just being on the move. So this is a great way to come in and get a dream pack. And or if you got an event in the backyard, a cookout, or whatever you got going on, this is a great way to feed the gang, right?
It is. And another benefit of it is sometimes people are having rehearsal dinners and they'll have volunteers from their church that will serve. So this is a very inexpensive way to hold your costs down for your rehearsal dinner or your wedding. We do offer full service catering. The price goes up a little bit to have our whole crew out there, but you could do the value packs too and have folks from church serve it and cost you under $7 a person.
Let's squeeze in too before I let him go. Meat by the pound. So again, another event coming up that you just want to come out here and buy this great meat by the pound. You do that as well.
I do. We offer the pulled chicken. We offer brisket by the pound, pork by the pound, chicken salad by the pound. The chicken salad, kind of give us a heads up if you're going to want 4 or 5 pounds of that because we try not to make that much of it at once.
All this on the website.
And philsdreampit.com.
Yep.
It has our catering menu. It also has our in-house menu and the value packs, and just an awesome deal.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, they're physically located right off Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. So Phil's Dream Pit, philsdreampit.com. The quest for perfect barbecue, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back to the Tom Taylor Sports Show, dear friend Phil Pipkin, of course. Again, Steve McCauley says, hey, Tom, hey, Phil. Love and appreciate you guys. Love you too, man. He had a great Fields of Faith. We were there Wednesday night at Unaka Ranger baseball field, and Erskine Anabatarte was there and sang, and I think I counted 3 or 4 folks gave their heart to the Lord. A bunch of kids went up front and prayed. It was awesome. Fields of Faith, the FCA. And so my old buddy Steve McCauley, he flat gets after it. We're going to be with him coming up in a couple of Mondays at the golf tournament, the FCA golf tournament, broadcasting live there. So, hello to Steve. Tim Andrews says, not a Cowboys fan, but Jason Witten's a class act. Oh, yes. He never drew attention to himself and did his job well. I got to tell you a quick story about Jason Witten. I never met him. Last season at the South Elizabethton football game at Elizabethton, go back at halftime with Sean and the guys back in the outside locker room. It was so hot, they stayed outside in this little holding area. And it was kind of dark back there. Just had like one light, and it was a street light. Anyway, they could see. They knew what they were doing. But anyway, it wasn't all that well lit. Had a guy tap me on the shoulder and turn around, and he had his Cowboys hat on backwards. And we were out. We're about the same height. And I looked at him, and he said, I'm Jason Witten of the Dallas Cowboys. And I thought, that's pretty cool. Most of the time, a guy of his celebrity status, if you will, you'd have to go look him up. And he walked up and said, hey, I'm Jason Witten of the Dallas Cowboys. I knew right then, I like this guy. Of course, I love Sean Witten and Ryan Witten, and I've never met Jason, but we're going to be broadcasting our show. We're going to take it over there for his football camp in June next month. We're going to bring the show over there on that Saturday, and we'll get a chance to talk to Jason Witten. We're looking forward to being over there. Our verse of the day, we always start by dedicating the man that hung on the cross. This show's all about, this is the Lord's show. It's just that simple. Some folks say, well, you talk a lot about the Lord. It's the Lord's show. I'm just telling you. We talk sports, but we dedicate the show to him, and we continue to have growing numbers, and we thank him for that. So therefore, we always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Today, it's out of the book of Numbers. Numbers 6:24-27 says, I will bless you, and I will keep you. I will make my face to shine upon you. I will turn my face towards you and give you peace. Boy, if we ever needed peace, look around the chaotic world we live in. It's crazy. Nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. And yet he says, I will give you peace. How about that? Numbers 6:24-27, our verse of the day. Hello, Andy Dietrich. I bet Jason listens to your show. Well, actually, he has, as a matter of fact. Sean has turned him on to the show, particularly the coach's show with Sean Witten a couple of times. So, yes, he has watched the show from Dallas, Texas. So, anyway, class act. Again, my quote, you're going to hear this every day. Listen to this. I love this about Jason Witten. It says, how do little boys come up to you, how do you grow up and play for the Dallas Cowboys and have that type of career? Witten said, my answer was always the same. The secret is in the dirt. I love that. I was never the most talented, never the flashiest. I relied on grit. I'm telling you, that's a classic line right there. And I'm going to incorporate that into the secret is in the dirt. Grit. Never, remember what Winston Churchill said? Never, never, never give up. Henry Ford said, this guy invented the car, everybody laughed at him, the horseless carriage, of course. Henry Ford said, if you think you can, if you think you can't, you're right. All right up here. If you think you can, if you think you can't, you're right. It all comes down to what you believe and what you think. Tom Taylor Sports Show live at Food City in Boones Creek. Let me show these puppies to you again. You're talking about nice. Look right here. Woo-hoo. Scotch strawberries. Look at here. Looks like ping pong balls. $3.50 a quart. Cap these puppies. I keep saying puppies. Look at this one right here. Holy smokes. How about that for a strawberry? Locally grown Scotch strawberries. You can cap these. Get one of those little strawberry shortcakes. In fact, after tonight's Elizabethton game, I'm going home with this. I'm going to take these home, cap them, little strawberry shortcake, and put them in a bowl of milk. Woo-hoo. Sit down and watch probably what I feel like tonight. Maybe Tombstone. I'll bet you a huckleberry. Watching a little cowboy movie and eating some strawberry shortcake. Ooh, we got a whole, and they are flat wearing them out here too. We got a big display of Scotch strawberries here at Food City in Boones Creek. So that's one of the goodies out right now. Spring has sprung our local produce here at Food City, and so we appreciate that very much. Let's take a look again now what's going on in high school baseball. It is the season. It's elimination day in high school baseball, and it rolls as follows. In the AAA tournament today at 3 o'clock, Dobbins-Minute Cherokee. All the winners will move on, and losers go home. Dobbins-Minute Cherokee at 3 o'clock, all J. Fred Johnson Stadium. At 5:30, Tennessee High and Volunteer. At 8 o'clock tonight, Daniel Boone and Crockett. Again, no holds barred. Winner moves on. Loser, the season is over. In AA, last night, Happy Valley rallied to beat Johnson County 6-5. Therefore, Happy Valley takes on the Elizabethton Cyclones. We'll hit the airwaves right around 4:30 this afternoon. First pitch at 5 o'clock from TVA Credit Union Ballpark. Again, Happy Valley, Elizabethton. Then the nightcap, it'll be Sullivan South and Sullivan Central at 7:30. Again, losers today are eliminated. Season over. Single A tournament will be at Crockett at 5 o'clock. Cloudland takes on the Huskies of North Green. And at 7 o'clock, Hampton takes on the Sullivan North Golden Raiders. That's in baseball. In softball today, Metro Kiwanis Park AAA in Johnson City, here in Johnson City. Cherokee, Tennessee High, 5 o'clock. Crockett Volunteer at 5 o'clock. They're playing on two fields there, two different fields. Cherokee, Tennessee High will be on the lower field. Crockett and the Volunteer Lady Falcons on the other field. And then 6:30, Science Hill Dobbins-Minute Softball, again at Metro Kiwanis Park. That's in single A. Double A, last night playing game, Johnson County's Lady Longhorns beat Central 15-5 in 6 innings. Lady Cougars are done. Johnson County takes on Sullivan East in game 2 tonight. The first game, all to Elizabethton at 5 o'clock, South and Happy Valley. At 6:30, Johnson County and Sullivan East play. Those games today in the AA softball tournament in Elizabethton. And then in single A, Sullivan North and University High play game 1 at Unaka High School. That'll be at noon tomorrow. Then at 2 o'clock tomorrow, Cloudland and the Lady Bulldogs of Hampton. That's your games going on again in AAA, single A, and double A. Softball, soccer starts on Monday. We'll tell you all about that. Monday will be at Movement Mortgage right across from Cracker Barrel and Boones Creek. Tuesday, we're going to be at Mike's Medicine Mart. Wednesday, we'll be at Chick-fil-A. Thursday, we'll be at Champion Chevrolet. And next Friday, we'll take the show Food City next Friday in Colonial Heights. We'll be there in the land of the Rebels. Tom Taylor Sports Show, thanks for being with us. Hello to Andy Thaxton in West Virginia, Andy Dietrich, our buddy from Champion Chevrolet, Tim Andrews, Steve McCauley, some of the folks watching. Be sure and like and share the show, and you do. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. We'll get Gary Banks in here talking about the sale. And also, we'll talk coming up next, Major League Baseball and college football. Two coaches that you would expect are going to get a big pay raise. Well, they did. And so we'll tell you all about that right after you hear this from our good friends at Champion Chevrolet as we're here live at Food City in Boones Creek on a Food City Friday.
Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City's huge spring sale is in full swing. We have over 600 new Chevys to choose from with savings up to 20% off MSRP. 17 Silverado 1500, 20% off MSRP with over 200 in stock. 17 Silverado HD, 13% off MSRP. 2017 Equinox Trax and Malibu, 20% off MSRP. Don't forget our Saturday parts and service hours and shopping online 24/7. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
Welcome to the Mini Morning News Show, where we are so excited about Chick-fil-A's Chicken Minis for breakfast that we've minified the news.
In real estate news, tiny homes for those who like everything within arm's reach.
In culinary news, micro food, because, small plates.
In entertainment news, this year it's all about the mini series.
In pop culture news, mini everything.
Because, aw. All right, thanks for listening. Now go put some mini in your morning with the chicken you love for breakfast. Chick-fil-A's Chicken Minis until 10:30 a.m.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Major League Baseball last night goes as follows. Nationals beat the Pirates 3-1. Braves all over the Mets. They go back to Atlanta in first place. All over the Mets 11-0. Blue Jays game 1 beat the Indians 13-11 in 11. Second game, Indians beat the Blue Jays 13-4. Yankees over the Astros in the getaway game in that series 6-5. Royals double up Detroit 10-6. It was the Dodgers beating the Diamondbacks 5-2. Rangers 11, Red Sox 5. It was Chicago defeating Minnesota 6-5. Angels all over the Orioles 12-3. Big Albert, another base hit, this time an RBI, actually 2 RBI double. Big Albert Pujols now at 2,999 for his career. Certainly hoping to get, hello Phil Vitito, hoping to get that coveted 3,000 base hit coming up tonight. We'll tell you who the Angels play coming up in a minute. But again, the Braves, the young, who would have thunk it Braves. Tell you what, they're playing some really good baseball. And they got Albies, you've got Acuna. These guys are leading this ball club, and so they're going back to Atlanta with a game-and-a-half lead over New York. We'll tell you all about the weekend for the Braves coming up in a moment. Angels all over the Orioles 12-3, and the Mariners beat the A's 4-1. It was the Yankees beating the Astros, taking 3 out of 4 from the defending champs. Here's a stat for you. The Yankees only team this season to win 3 games after trailing at the start of the 9th innings. The Yankees get a big W there. They whittled Boston's lead down to a game-and-a-half in the American League East. Speaking of the Red Sox, David Price hammered again. He started yesterday against the Rangers, went 3 innings, 6 hits, 9 runs in 3 innings, struck out 4 and walked 2. And so David Price, again, his 2018 ERA up to 5.11. Whew, that's not good. Speaking of the Braves, holy smokes, rookie sensation Ronald Acuna, a 451-foot bomb. I mean, he hammered it, got it out of there quick. Also, Ozzie Albies also did a 3-run shot off Matt Harvey. And so it was Acuna, by the way, took Jason Vargas deep for the Mets, again, in that big ball game for the Bravos. And so check out the numbers. Albies batting .280 going back to Atlanta, 12 doubles, a triple, 10 home runs, and 3 stolen bases. Acuna batting .382, the 20-year-old phenom, the youngest kid in Major League Baseball right now. Acuna batting .382, 5 doubles, 2 long balls, a stolen base, and only 37 plate appearances. That's pretty stout, folks. And so the Bravos, again, first place. The young, in fact, I was reading one of the, well, hello, beautiful. That would be Ms. Lambert, of course. I was reading a stat where one of the Atlanta sports writers said they don't even know how good they are. They're just a bunch of kids out there playing around. They're so young, they're so green, and so they're just playing some really, really great baseball. And it was a compliment to the Braves, who shut out the Mets 11-0. So here's your schedules. We start the weekend in the American League. Cleveland and New York, interesting series. The leading team in the American League Central, the Indians, in New York against CC Sabathia and the Yankees tonight. Tomlin on the mound for Cleveland. Toronto at Tampa Bay. Boston opens up a series in Texas. Minnesota at Chicago. Detroit at Kansas City. Houston will be in Arizona. That's a good one. The defending world champion and the American League Western leading Houston Astros against the National League Western leading Arizona Diamondbacks. Will play that one in Arizona tonight. Baltimore at Oakland, and the Angels will be in Seattle. Big Albert needs 1 base hit to hit 3,000. Home run the other night, 620th long ball. This guy is a definite shoe-in for the Baseball Hall of Fame. Phil Vitito, what a great guy. Again at the trophy shop here in Johnson City. And gosh, I go back a long way. But hello to Phil Vitito. In the National League, Philadelphia, everything under the lights. Phillies in Washington, Colorado and New York. The Reds, the hapless Reds, I might add, hosting Miami. San Francisco and Atlanta tonight, 7:35 first pitch. Pirates in Milwaukee. The Cubs will be in St. Louis. Big matchup there in the the National League Central, rather. It'll be the Dodgers in San Diego, and Houston, as we said, at Arizona. And that's what's going on again there in Major League Baseball. Let's run down for you baseball. Again, it is the AAA. It's Elimination Day, as we've said. AAA baseball, Dobbins at Cherokee at 3 o'clock. All these at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. Again, if you've not been out to watch these kids play, these student athletes, guys and girls, they deserve to see you out there, because this is it. If you get a chance, go to J. Fred Johnson Stadium, pay one price, and see a triple header. Dobbins at Cherokee at 3 o'clock. At 5:30, Tennessee High and Volunteer. And then at 8 o'clock tonight, Daniel Boone and Crockett. And again, that'll be a dandy there. Rob Hoover's Trailblazers against Nick Lingerfeld's up-and-coming Crockett Pioneers. He's really turned the corner of this program in the first year or so. Props to Nick Lingerfeld. They took a lot of lumps early on, and so they have really turned things around. Nothing like they want to be, of course, as they go into the tournament at 9-21. You say, Tom, that's not very good. No, it's not, but it's not where he wants to be, but it's a whole lot better than where he was. So Crockett playing some pretty good baseball, and so you have Tennessee High Volunteer in the middle game, and DB and Cherokee in the first game. 3, 5:30, and 8. That's at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. In the AA tournament, our game, again, will go on air at 4:30. 4:30, 4:40. First pitch at 5 o'clock. Happy Valley Elizabethton from TVA Credit Union Ballpark in the AA tournament. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Elizabethton. At 7:30 tonight, the second game will be Sullivan South and Sullivan Central. Those will both be at TVA Credit Union Ballpark here in Johnson City. And then the Single A tournament, Cloudland North Green at 5 o'clock, and Hampton and Sullivan North at 7 o'clock, and that'll be happening at Crockett High School. The good news is we're playing today. The bad news is tomorrow, you know what's coming. They upped it to 80% chance of rain tomorrow. So I would venture to say that if we win today, you got to win. If you lose, season's over for everybody today. So if you win today, I'm betting we'll be out there after church on Sunday afternoon at TVA Credit Union Ballpark. So, by the way, if I plugged her lately, go to Dawn Lambert Photography. Check it out. She does some great pictures. I always try and promote her when I get a chance, and so she's watching today, and she's turned out to be a good friend, and I appreciate her very much. So she and her youngins, very, very nice people. Anyway, Dawn Lambert Photography takes a lot of sports photography. You can order the pictures right there off of her website. So if you get a chance, check out Dawn Lambert Photography. All right, softball. Let's run down it real quick before we go to the break. We've got a couple of college football coaches. We're going to talk to Ken Harden, the softball coach at Elizabethton, coming up here, coming out of the break. AAA softball today, Cherokee, Tennessee High at 5 o'clock. Crockett Volunteer at 5 o'clock. Two fields at Metro Kiwanis Park. At 6:30, Science Hill, Dobbins Minute. Losers go home, winners stay alive. In the AA tournament last night, playing game, Johnson County eliminated Sullivan Central 15-5 at 6 innings. So today at 5 o'clock at Elizabethton, Sullivan South Lady Rebels taking on Happy Valley. Also at 6:30 tonight, Johnson County takes on Sullivan East. And in Single A softball, Sullivan North University High at noon at Unaka. That's tomorrow. And 2 o'clock tomorrow, Cloudland and Hampton. That too at Unaka High School. Soccer starts on Monday, and we'll talk more about that come Monday because the soccer tournaments crank up on Monday across Northeast Tennessee. Again, the line of the day, Jason Witten says, "The secret is in the dirt. I was never the most talented, never the flashiest. I relied on grit." I love that saying. The secret is in the dirt. So, how many times we playing ball growing up? My father, God rest his soul, United States Marine Corps, Semper Fi. We get hurt and he'd get up and he'd just say, we come in there, we have a strawberry and knee bleeding or whatever we had going on, or slide into second base, get a strawberry up and down your leg, old big old red bruise, blood bruise, he'd say, how many times he'd say, rub some spit on, boy, and let's keep going. We did. Never thought twice about Band-Aids. I will say this, there was a thing called, when I was growing up, mercurochrome. Is that a methylate? Is that right? One of them was purple, one of them was orange. Man, we used a lot of mercurochrome methylate back in the day. Purple and orange. Looked like my brother looked like he was an Indian. Had war paint on, had so much orange on all the time, or purple. He was always getting beat up, banged up. So, anyway, it's good memories growing up in the hills of West Virginia. Quick break. We'll come right back. We'll talk to Ken Harden, the softball coach at Elizabethton High School. See what's going on with the Lady Cyclones. Also, we got a couple of college football coaches getting a big pay raise since yesterday's show. We'll tell you all about that. We're live at Food City in Boones Creek. We'll be right back after this on show number 741. We do this every day from 11 to 1, 5 days a week somewhere. And so today we're at Food City in Boones Creek. Monday, Movement Mortgage right across from the Cracker Barrel in Boones Creek. Also right down the road here where we are today in Boones Creek. Tuesday we'll be at Max Medicine Mart. Wednesday we'll be at Chick-fil-A. Thursday will be at Champion Chevrolet. And next Friday's Food City stop will be at Food City in Colonial Heights. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk college football next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications and 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here with the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitat, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad-spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, let's go to the phonies there. Coach Ken Harden, the head coach of the Elizabethton Lady Cyclone softball team. Good morning, Coach Harden. How are you, my friend?
They're doing great.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let's talk about the AA tournament. We had a playing game last night. Johnson County defeated Sullivan Central 15-5 in 6 innings. So Johnson County moves on and kind of set the bracketing for today. It's going to be a great tournament at Elizabethton, the AA tournament. Set the bracket for today, would you please?
Yes, sir. Today at 5 o'clock South and Happy Valley play, and both have been playing pretty good of late, so we should have a real good game there, and hopefully we'll have a good crowd out for it. And then immediately following that game at 6:30 on the schedule, maybe a couple minutes later, but Sullivan East will play Johnson County, which won big last night against Central, so that could be a really good game also. It'd be worth the price to come out and see.
Absolutely. It's right there beside the school. The softball field's a great complex. So let's talk about the Lady Cyclones. Let's talk about the Three Rivers Conference regular season. It was an exciting conference race. Tell me about it.
Kids played about as good as they could play in conference. We didn't do as good non-conference as I would like to have, but we lost a lot of kids from last year's team, and they come back. First time ever we've been through the conference undefeated, and that says a lot for the character of these young ladies and how hard they've worked to get to where they want to be.
And so you go in as the number 1 seed, so set the bracketing for Monday. Well, what happens at tonight's elimination game? So the losers are eliminated, the winners move on. Tell me what's the next step.
Okay, the bracket's set up for 1 and 2. That we're 1 and Unicoi 2. We both get a bye, and Monday night at 6:30 we will play the winner of Happy Valley and South, and then after our game at 8, Unicoi will play the winner of Sullivan East and Johnson County, and we'll also have a losers bracket game. The two teams that lose tonight will play at 5 o'clock.
Cool stuff. You were talking to Ken. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying we'll have 3 games Monday night and 2 the rest of the week.
Yeah, 3 games Monday night, 2 the rest of the week. Now, you're going to have a famous person singing the national anthem on Tuesday. Tell me about that.
Yes, sir. Lauren Harris with the Kingdom Airs is real popular at Dollywood, and they travel a lot of great gospel group. He and his young daughter, which is one of our future players here, she's in the 7th grade, going to be a heck of a catcher. They're going to come out and sing the national anthem for us on Tuesday night. It'd be a real treat if you can come out and see that. Hopefully we can get it on your broadcast there Tuesday night, or get it to Facebook somehow. Absolutely.
So tell me again, grade your ball club right now, A, B, C, or D. You've ran through the conference. You've had a great run. Now it's tournament time. How would you grade your team going into the tournament?
we're not exactly where we want to be as far as everything else goes, but these girls have just amazed me, as far as when the big games come, they're focused and they're ready to go, and I hope we continue that trend at tournament time. But like I said, record's not what I thought it would be at the first of the year, but we've still played well, and we've really played well when it counted. So that's what we're hoping for this coming tournament.
You got it. The last thing, how much does it cost to come watch the AA tournament at Elizabethton?
It's $5, and that's every game. So if you come out, you can watch 2 games tonight. And for $5, you can watch 3 games Monday night. That's a pretty good deal for the girls fast pitch softball. It's so fast paced, and it's an exciting game. It's really fun to watch, and it's really worth it.
Absolutely, Coach. Thank you, my friend. We'll see you Monday. Go Lady Cyclones. We'll talk to you then. All right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good man right there. Ken Hardigan, the softball coach of the Lady Cyclones of Elizabethton High School. We appreciate him very much. We're live here at Food City in Boones Creek. Check these out again. You're talking about good. Look here. This looks like a ping pong ball. Look at that. Locally grown Scotch strawberries for $3.50 a quart. Look at this one right here. This one got Tom's name written all over it. Look at that. Let me get it up where you can see it. How about that? That is awesome. God, looks like a ping pong ball. $3.50 a quart. Scotch strawberries are in. You take these tonight. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do after the ball game, unless I get diverted. I don't know if I will be or not. That remains to be seen. But cap that puppy right there. Of course, wash them, cap them, and get one of those little round strawberry shortcake things you can buy right over here. They've got them. And so, in fact, I may go and get some of those in the show and tell here in a moment. Break up that little shortcake thing, put it in a bowl with them strawberries and cap them, and then split them strawberries. You talking about good. Put on Tombstone. I'll be your Huckleberry. Watch a little cowboy movie. Man, you talking about good. What a way to spend a Friday night. Again, hunkered down and having a big time. I get down behind the gate and at my place and watch me some cowboy movies and eat some strawberry shortcake. Locally grown Scotch strawberries here again in the Tri-Cities. College football, a couple of coaches got pay raises since yesterday. In Kirby Smart's second year as head coach in college football, he led Georgia to its first SEC title since 2005, a dramatic Rose Bowl semifinal win over Oklahoma, and came with a hair winning the national championship over Alabama. To show its gratitude, Georgia making Smart one of its highest paid coaches in the country. The school announcing yesterday afternoon Smart a new 7-year contract for Georgia. And he's going to be paid, Kirby Smart, to coach the Georgia Bulldogs, 7 years, $49 million, $7 million a year now for Kirby Smart. In 2 seasons as the coach of the Bulldogs, are 21-7, 11-5 in the Southeastern Conference, elevated the program to a point where it's a major player on the national stage, and so he's now the 5th highest paid coach in the country, one of the 7 coaches making at least $7 million a season. Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, Urban Meyer, Jim Harbaugh, Jimbo Fisher, and Gus Malzahn. I think I've told you the Texas A&M. Hello, how are you doing? And so there's a young lady as a smart shopper getting those fresh picked Scotch strawberries for $3. Let me show you one more time on the camera. Check this out here now. Look at this. That does not look good right there. Woo, doggies. It's got my name written all over there. I'm going to buy this one right here, this quart. Anyway, Kirby Smart and the folks again. We told you earlier in the season, Jimbo Fisher makes $20,000 a day as the head coach of Texas A&M. The Boosters have ponied up, paying him big bucks. Hello, Jeff Bingham. Hello, Mike Hedrick. Mike's going to join us here at the top of the hour, our NASCAR fan reporter. We're live here at Food City in Boones Creek on the Tom Doe Sports Show. You see over my shoulder the 100th anniversary sign in behind us here. And so we're going to tell you how you can vote for some charities, too, a little bit later on the show. How you can go to the Food City website and vote for your favorite nonprofit, and the one that gets the most votes gets $12,500. The second most popular voted nonprofit will get $7,500, and the third most popular will get $5,000. How about that? So and you'll be the one making the decision because you'll be the one doing the voting. All right, so Kirby Smart gets a pay raise. 7-year deal, $49 million. Mark Richt, Miami, contract extension. He holds a 19-7 record in his first 2 years at the helm. That's seen his contract go through the 2023 season. And so Rick gets a pay raise as well, although they don't disclose how much he's making now. But I'm sure he can come to Food City and shop pretty easily and get him plenty of strawberries at Food City. 15 years at Georgia and 2 years at Miami. Richt has 164 wins, 58 losses as a head coach. Of course, they open up the season in September in Arlington against LSU in the Advocare Classic. So Mark Richt and Kirby Smart, a couple of pay raises, those guys, and so congratulations to them. Quick break. We'll be right back. We are live here at Food City, and we'll come back, and we've got more to talk about. How about the NBA and the National Hockey League? And also, what else we got over there? Oh, yeah. Got a surprise story for you. Coming up next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Welcome to the Mini Morning News Show, where we are so excited about Chick-fil-A's chicken minis for breakfast that we've minified the news.
In real estate news, tiny homes for those who like everything within arm's reach.
In culinary news, micro food, because, small plates.
In entertainment news, this year it's all about the mini-series.
In pop culture news, mini everything.
Because, aw. All right, thanks for listening. Now go put some mini in your morning with the chicken you love for breakfast. Chick-fil-A's Chicken Minis until 10:30 a.m.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. No, I'm not Carrie Ann Bush. She's a whole lot prettier than I am. Let's get her on the let's get her on the screen as we're here live at Food City in Boones Creek. Boom, there she is. Good morning, young lady. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How many years have you been at Food City?
I've been here for over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So she's in the Florida department, obviously. It is prom season. Now, I don't know if everybody's got their boutonnieres, what you call them?
Boutonnieres and corsages.
Corsages. So we got those. Tell me about those.
I'm not sure.
Wrist?
We got the wrist corsages. We put like little spray roses in the ribbon. And with the boutonnieres, it's just the little spray roses.
Now, the wrist corsage, you've done a lot of them. What's been the most popular color? White?
White.
White. Okay.
We get a few red and.
Yeah. Now for the guys, the boutonniere, that's what you put in your, I'm trying to say the pocket of your tux, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and white, red, what's the most popular
white.
color there? Okay. So prom season, of course, tomorrow night you told me is what schools?
We've got Daniel Boones and Science Hills this tomorrow.
Yeah, and so there's some other ones coming up. Of course, we're kind of winding down prom season. Then right on the back side of that is
Mother's Day. Yes.
She knows exactly what we'll talk about now. I want you to tell me about this. This is awesome right here. Check this out. This is called a.
It's just a little watering can garden.
I love that. That is too cool. Those are live, right?
They are.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this retails for how much?
What, $16.99?
$16.99. This is a garden. This is called a little teapot. What's in there, by the way?
There's polka dots and there's calanchos.
Calanchos?
Yes.
And polka dots. I don't know. This is why we got Carrie Ann over here. So that goes for $16.99. That's a great little. Now, would that be inside? Leave it on the desk? Leave it on the table?
I'd leave that inside, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, you brought some show and tell.
Yeah, I brought we actually have the watercolor orchids this time.
Yeah. This is real. You look at it and you think, obviously I would think that's fake, but it's not. That's real. Those are real orchids. How do you grow an orchid? Inside, outside?
They're inside.
Yeah.
So.
She looked at me like, you don't know much, do you, boy? No, I don't. I live a sheltered life. So these are orchids. And so how do you keep a lot of water, not much water?
They take water once a week.
Once a week.
And it's just 3 ice cubes in those.
3 ice cubes? Mm-hmm. You just take actual ice cubes?
Well, these might take a little bit more. They might take 5. Or 1/3 cup of water for those.
Or 5 ice cubes and put it in the soil and let it melt down. She looked at me and said, yes. I said, ice cubes. I love it. All right. So, dish gardens. Tell me what kind of dish gardens you have for Mother's Day.
Well, they don't really come in many different varieties. They're mostly just spring plants. Some of them have a little bit of plants in them.
There you go. So you got dish gardens, fresh cut flowers. What do you have over there today?
Right now we've got our roses. We've got our different bouquets, our Serenity, Indulgence, Expressions, floral bouquets.
Yep. And so you can get them anywhere, price-wise, from what?
Anywhere from $6.99 up to about $24.99.
There you go. So it can fit your budget, fit your billfold or your pocketbook. Then, of course, for Mother's Day, you have plants outside. We've got hanging baskets. Tell me about those.
We've got geraniums. We've got petunias. We've got impatiens. We've got our wandering Jews and our bridal veil.
What color geraniums? Red?
They're red, orange, and pink.
I love red geraniums. And they'll bloom all season, all summer long, too, right?
Yes,
they're annuals. So you have geraniums in red,
orange, and pink.
What were the other flowers you said you had?
We've got petunias. They're mostly just purple.
Purple? Awesome.
And then we just got impatiens in today. They're white.
A lot of oh yeah, they love shade.
And we've got Gerber daisies in.
And Gerber daisies, they take full sun. They're a perennial, right?
They're annuals.
They're annuals. So there you go. How embarrassing. Okay. No, I'm not fine. She goes, oh, you're fine. See, the funny part was I'm nervous coming up here. I'm thinking, no, I'm nervous now because I don't know what I'm talking about. It's very obvious. So then we talk about weddings. You guys probably, most folks don't realize you do a lot of weddings here, don't you?
Yes, we do.
So step me through the wedding. I come in, usually a lady, of course, and I guess couples come in.
Yeah.
And they sit down with you and start doing color, start doing budget. So you kind of sit down, kind of plan for them, right?
Most of them bring in pictures of what they like. So.
How much notice do you need to do a wedding?
I'd probably take in about a month. Yeah. So
we
have
it ready to roll. Yeah. Also, if someone passes away, you guys do casket sprays too, right? Yeah. And so all that's right here, the floral department. You got the balloons, and you also have. I love these right here. I burn them all the time at my place. These are the Swan Creek candle. This one is buttercream vanilla. Tell me about these.
Well.
These are called what?
They're the drizzle melts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Melts.
You just put them in a candle warmer and melt those. So.
Be a great Mother's Day gift.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and so you have the melts.
We've got the melts. We've got the candles.
You get the warmers and all that.
Yes.
Yeah. You also come in mason jars too, right? Where you actually burn them So I burnt those, and of course these, from a fire safety, probably a little bit easier to do. Just put them down in the warmer, and it takes care of itself, right? And these will.
They'll last for at least a few weeks. So.
Yeah. Because what I've learned in my stops here at Food City, some other candle places, particularly ones in the jar, you have the actual fragrance or whatever you call it down the middle, and the rest of it's filler. Swan Creek's not that way. It's all the way through.
Yes.
When you burn a Swan Creek candle, you get a full candle. So good stuff. These retail, by the way. The warmers, how much are how?
They range from $12.99 and up.
Yeah. So $13 for a warmer. These are $5. So for less than $20, you can get mom or anybody, graduate, anybody, a warmer and some Swan Creek melts. How many different ballpark different? You call them flavors or fragrances?
We've just, I guess, flavors.
Flavors?
So.
How many different flavors you got over there?
We've got quite a few.
Yeah.
So.
10, 15, 20?
Probably a little bit about 20.
Yeah. So this is buttercream vanilla. Man, it smells good too. So that's one of them. So all this available at the Florida Department of Food City. Again, one more time, tell me about this. This is really cool. I love this. This is neat. Little teapot, garden teapot for Mama.
Yes.
It's 10, by the way. So retails for $16.99. What are the flowers?
Those are calanchos and polka dots.
Yeah. And these are the polka dots, the pink things, right?
No, this is the calancho, and that's the polka dot plant.
There you go. Check that out. There's Dave Angie. Just in time, I'm trying to sell flowers. So these are polka dots.
Yes.
Now look at that. Look how incredible that is. Those things have been spray painted. That is awesome. So anyway, these are available again at your local Food City. I appreciate you, young lady. Thank
You're welcome.
Yeah. So now, was that hard to do?
No.
No. Would you come out and do it again sometime?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you come out and do it again sometime?
Yeah.
There you go. Give me some taters. Good stuff. All right. Hey, Dave Angie, come over here real quick. I'm going to make a... Hello, dear. Come over and do a cameo real quick. We had him on the show yesterday, but I want him to talk about Jason Witten. Man, what a great story from yesterday. The press conference right after we went off the show. Dave Angie in here shopping, the news and neighbor. And Gary, don't go too far. You're next. I want to slide him in. Hi, Jennifer Johnson and Elizabethan. So, again, check these out right here. Ooh, well, that's not the right one. I want to check it out. $3.50 a quart, Scotch strawberries, and they're right here, and they've been hitting them hard.
Goodness gracious.
How you doing, sir?
Can't believe it's that time of year already.
Oh, man.
Scotch strawberries.
Look at that. It's like a ping pong ball. Ooh, baby. It's locally grown Scotch strawberries. Good stuff. How you doing, Dave Angie?
Fantastic, man. Just came here to do some shopping. Look up, and there's Tom Taylor.
There's Tom Taylor. He's like he's everywhere. So
yeah.
Jason Witten, man, what a class. Did you see the press conference?
I did. I had a chance to check that out this morning. It's getting some stuff done around the office, and definitely tuned into that. And, you know, was listening to some sports radio on the way over here. They're talking about what a class act he is, and, you know, obviously being from this area, you know, like we were talking about yesterday, just real proud of him and the fact that that he represents all of us around here and gets to do so for some time to come with his Monday Night Football gig, and I think he's going to be fantastic at that. And, yeah, the press conference today, you could tell the emotion. You know, it's never an easy decision for an athlete because once you retire, you know, you're closing the book on that part of your life, you know, and it's an experience so few people get to have, you know, being a professional athlete, you know, playing in the NFL, you know, such a high-profile position, and you only get a certain part of your life to do that, and then you got to move on, and it's always hard to make that call. But yeah, definitely good things ahead for him, and yeah, very classy press conference.
How do you grow up and play for the Dallas Cowboys and have that type of career? Witten said kids ask him all the time. He says, my answer was always the same. The secret is in the dirt. I was never the most talented, never the flashiest. I relied on grit. Man, what a great quote. The secret is in the dirt. This guy just never gave up.
Yeah. Played basketball against Jason Witten back in my day. He was,
really?
He was a year behind me. And I remember the first time that I made contact with him on the basketball court where I went for a box out, and it was like I backed into a brick wall. I mean, he was strong, a year younger than me, and I said, man, you know, that's rough. You know, this guy's a year younger than me, and he's out here pushing me around a little bit. But it turned out not to be such a bad thing. Went to the University of Tennessee and the Dallas Cowboys. So, yeah, definitely you could tell at a young age the athletic ability, you know, just the physical strength that he had. You know, the fact that he could move so well for his size, you know, move his feet. I mean, that was kind of a precursor to the fact that he was gonna be special, and worked out. It's just a dream come true for him, you know. University of Tennessee Volunteers. You move on, you play for the Dallas Cowboys your entire career, beginning to end. Such a rare thing nowadays for a player not to bounce around a little bit. So, but yeah, he's going to be remembered in Dallas for a long time and have a very special place down there. And I just hope he enjoys the fruits of his labor from here on in, because he's built a great legacy.
He absolutely has, and so he will again move into the broadcast booth on Monday Night Football. And so we'll see him starting this fall on the tube, and I think he'll be good at that too. I think he's obviously, you just made a great point. He's been good everywhere he's gone, whatever he's done. So I can't imagine not being a success in the broadcast booth as well.
Yep.
All he's got to do is just talk about his experiences, talk about the game. Can't mess that up, can you?
No, definitely, and that's what we talked about yesterday too. And I'm really looking forward to this, because for him to be a non-quarterback and to know so many different elements of the passing game, the blocking game, he's going to bring a perspective up there to the booth that you don't see very often. You know, I think back to Merlin Olsen as being a guy who was a lineman who was in the booth, and you know, and if you remember him doing games or go back and watch him, his perspective is very different. I think that's something that's needed. You know, I think it doesn't always have to be a quarterback, because quarterbacks see a lot of the field, and they're obviously very smart players, but they see one perspective of it. They don't necessarily see, you know, every nuance of the game. So I think getting another guy in there, and I hope that's a trend that they follow in the future, because, you know, I think he's going to add a lot, and I can't wait to see him.
I know you came in to shop, but I caught you, and I thought I want to let you weigh in about Jason Witten. I won't keep you. Go do some shopping. You like strawberries? Look over there. They're here.
I see that. I wasn't expecting it. I may grab some, but yeah, I'm a few points away from a fuel visit. So I'm going to be able to fill up the car, save 15 cents a gallon once I've got a couple more things to buy here, and I'll be there. So I'm fired up. I'm ready to go.
There you go. Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Good to see you.
Yep. Thanks for stopping by. Again, a cameo appearance from my man, Dave Bonja. We always have him on every Thursday at Champion Chevrolet. And so we want to get Gary Banks in here now. We're broadcasting live again. We're here at Food City in Boones Creek on this Food City Friday. Coming up top of the hour after we visit with Gary, he's going to tell us all about today's sale. We're going to roll right into, we'll take a break, roll into NASCAR. We got racing, a triple header this weekend at Dover, Delaware. We've also got them, of course, lined up and ready to go tomorrow in the Xfinity Series, and then also we've got them ready to go for the Cup Series on Sunday. So we'll talk all about that coming up here. There he is, our buddy. Look at him. Wave at him up there, Gary. There you go. He's on camera. Our buddy Gary Banks. Hello to Will Bellamy watching the show, and Jennifer Johnson Elizabeth, and Jeff Bingham, and the lovely Don Lambert, and Phil Vitito, and Andy Dietrich, and Steve McCauley, some of the folks. Andy Dietrich, Champion Chevrolet. Bill Patrick joins us coming up in a few minutes, racing tonight at the Concrete Jungle at Kingsport Speedway. We're going to talk to Bill about that coming up here in just a little while as well. Gary Banks, we got it today, my friend, the Stock Your Shelves and Save Day. Tell me about it. What's going on?
Yeah, Tom, it's our big one-day weekend sale right before the weekend here. Looks like the weather's good. Got some good deals going on today. For the grilling people, we got the big boneless pork loin there, $1.49 a pound. And you got some good Pepsi cubes there, $4.99 to wash it down. Limit
24-pack, 12-ounce
24-pack, right?
So under Pepsi, you get Pepsi, Diet Pepsi. What else under the Pepsi?
You got the Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, you know, the lesser calorie stuff.
Diet Dew.
Yeah, all that good stuff, right?
Yeah, you sell a lot of Diet Dew, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think it's double the caffeine. That's what I've been told. I don't know about that.
but
anyway,
it's diet, you know.
Exactly.
So what else got going on? What else is for
well, we
sale
got the baked potato bag there, the 10-pounder for $2.99, and got the Valdez sweet onions going for us, and we got a good dessert product this week. We got the Scott's berries back in season now.
I've been showing them. Check this out. Check this berry. Look at that right there. Ooh,
I think they're about $3.50 a quart, which is a pretty good deal on that. They're fresh in today. They come in daily for us, and yeah, we got a good stock up and save, and we got the breakfast products, and we got the towels, and tissue for $3.99. They got the 18-count egg, $1.99 for a package of those.
Grade A Food Club large white eggs, limit to 18 to a package.
Yeah.
For $1.99. All right. You've got the shells and cheddar on sale. You got the novelties on sale.
Yeah.
Tell me about some of those over there.
Yeah, we got the ice cream. Our exclusive brand Food Club. It's on sale, all varieties. $1.99 for the 12-count. We're just getting ice cream season now. It's up in the 80s out there right now. And for the coffee drinkers, we got the Starbucks cappuccino stuff, 3 for $10. Buy 3, save more. And of course, we got, like I said, I missed out on the hot dogs up here. We got those, plus our Sara Lee's got their bread for $1.49. The Armour hot dogs is $1 a package.
So you got Armour hot dogs.
Yeah.
12 to a package for $1.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good, cheap hot dog right there.
I mean, that's 12 hot dogs for $1,
Right.
correct?
Right, there you go.
And when's the last time you saw 12 hot dogs for $1?
Been a while. Been a while.
I mean, that's really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't embarrass myself trying to cipher, but that's not very much per hot dog, is it?
That's not bad at all,
No,
right
that's
there.
pennies on the dog.
Exactly.
So, classic Armour hot dogs.
That's exactly right, Tom.
12 to a package for $1. Today only. Honey wheat bread got it on sale. Got peanut butter on sale too, don't
Yeah,
you?
we got about everything that can go with the ad products. We got the peanut butter, got the butter even to go with that. So
Now, up here on the back, on the top wall, and we'll show the camera here in a second, but show me you got some stuffed animals up here. See if I can spin that camera around. We'll just do a little show and tell. Hello, Will Bellamy. Let's do this. Let's turn this around. This is called Live. There we go. Tell me about that right there. What's those
yeah, we
stuffed
got that.
animals?
Those are little seats for toddlers. They can sit on that thing and watch TV. They're about $7.25. We got them on a closeout price right now, Tom. That's a good deal on that.
What's right next door? Is that where you sun tea?
Yeah, you got that big jar right there. You can pour your tea in there. It's got a container. It's got the spout on it. I think they're. I can't really see that. $9.99. Yeah, got a glare there.
Yeah.
But then we got the outdoor mat for the guy who wants to go camping. We got the buckets for the ice over there. That's we got all kinds of product for the summer camper, and the toddlers too.
There you go. It's
Yeah.
all right here again as we're live at Food City in Boones Creek on a Food City Friday. So we're talking to our buddy Gary Banks. So let's see. Did we cover everything we got on sale? Starbucks Frappuccino, got those
Yeah.
3 for 10.
Got everything pretty good there, Tom.
Russet taters, 10-pound bag, $2.99. Make you some fried taters.
Oh yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's a good baking potato too. That russet is.
Is
You
it?
can bake it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Good man right there. You gonna come back in a little while and do it again?
I'll be glad to, sir.
All right, we'll do that.
All righty.
We'll take a break. We'll come right back. We are live here again at Food City. And, yes, sir, Food City in Boones Creek. Will Bellamy with us here. Jennifer Johnson's with us. Hello to Mike Hedrick. Hello to Jeff Bingham. We'll take a quick break, and we're going to go on the phone. We'll check in with our buddy Mike Hedrick. And also coming up, he's going to talk about NASCAR on the national scene. Bill Patrick's here to talk about NASCAR on the local scene. Kingsport Speedway, the concrete jungle, cranking it up tonight. And we'll take a break. We'll come back and talk about that right after you hear this. We are live here again, as we said, on the road. Want to hear from our buddy Jeff Bingham from B&H Wealth Strategies on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. One of our great sponsors here in the Tom Taylor Sports Show is our good friend again, President Jeff Bingham of B&H Wealth Strategies, located on Center Street here in Kingsport, right across from Mayfair United Methodist Church. The website is bhretire.com. The phone number 247-1152. And Commander Bingham, you have what you call the and I'm not going to break out into Frankie Valley and the Four Seasons, thank goodness, but you have what you call the Four Seasons experience. So tell us what that's all about with B&H Wealth Strategies.
First of all, I think you probably should break out into song, but I'm not sure we would finish the segment here this morning, so I guess not. With better idea not to.
Just let it go.
Okay. The Four Seasons experience it really is a take on, if anybody is familiar with or has ever stayed in a Four Seasons hotel anywhere in the world, and it is an experience like no other that you'll ever have. From, like I said, from the moment that you walk, really, you pull into or near the hotel, from the time you go into the lobby till the time you check out and leave, you want for nothing. They anticipate your needs. They take care of you from start to finish. It is phenomenal what they're able to do. And I've always been very impressed. I've been fortunate enough over my lifetime, my business lifetime, to have stayed in them on several occasions. And like I said, I've kind of taken that with me, and I actually have read the book. They're renowned for this out there. And so there's a book that you can read by the founder of the Four Seasons called their business philosophy about it. And we really have tried to model our process around that. And like I said, I've talked to everybody about this, is that, at the end of the day, we manage money for our clients. That's how I get paid. And that's how we get paid, and that's certainly where our area of expertise is, and I think I am as good as anybody that's out there in doing that. And I don't mean to, I've just been doing it a long time. So I've kind of seen it all and been there, done that, and got some scarring from doing that, but I've also learned a lot from doing that. So, but what is different about us is that the experience that we can create for our clients, and I think that's why we've had clients that have been with us for the 50 years or the 52 years that we've been. We literally have clients that have been with us the whole time, and our clients tend to stick with us, and they do that because we take care of them and we try to anticipate their needs, and we have, from the fact that, as I said, we talk about their money, but we also talk about their lives. We talk about their health and what they can do to have a healthy, long lifestyle. We don't want to run out of money, but we also don't want to run out of our health during our lifetime and spend all of our money at the end of our lifetime on sick care. We really want to try to and focus on what we call health care, which is what our country does not do, what this society does not do at this point in time, and I think that will change over time. But we're trying to do that for our clients today. We're trying to be in front of that, and we have a partnership and an alliance with Performance Medicine, which is the only medical practice in this part of the world that does that type of thing. And we can talk more about that at some other point in time. But that's one of the things. I mean, we provide names and lists should you need care, should you get sick and need care. We have relationships that we have developed with all the long-term care, assisted living, nursing homes around here. We have private caregiver lists that we provide for our clients. Again, we're trying to anticipate what their needs are going to be. Like I said, we've been doing this, and these are the things that happen in their lives, and people are scared and they don't have these resources, and we want to be that resource for people. And those are a couple of things right there we can kind of go through. We have relationships with accounting firms. We're not accountants, we're not attorneys, but we build relationships with those. We have a list of those. We try to put the right client with the right personality of CPA or attorney. Everybody's not going to be the same fit. So, our job is to know our clients, to love our clients. We call it hugging our customers. And we want to make sure that we understand them enough that we get them into the right places throughout their phases of life in doing that. Like I said, from the moment that we meet them, from they walk in and have that first visit to the very last time they come in, to when their kids are coming in here and meeting with us and we're passing it to the next generation, we really want to have that. They all have that experience that is second to none out there. Because like I said, most people think we're all the same. I think our Four Seasons experience changes that and will show that we're not.
247-1152. Again, the website is BHretire.com. Again, they're located here on Center Street in Kingsport. Again, securities and registered investment advisory services offered through Silver Oak Securities Incorporated, member of FINRA and SIPC. B&H Wealth Strategies and Silver Oak Securities Incorporated are not affiliated. 247-1152. Call today. Talk to Jeff and read the staff folks about the Four Seasons experience. B&H Wealth Strategies, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Graduation.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, there's our buddy Bill Patrick's going to join us coming up here in just a few minutes. The Concrete Jungle. We're live here at Food City. Of course, Concrete Jungle races tonight. Let's go to the phone. He's there. Our buddy Mike Hedrick, our NASCAR fans reporter. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Hey, I'm trying to change up my location like you. I mean, you're Food City right now, but you're always at someplace cool. As you know, last week I came to you from my Ford F-150 climate-controlled studio with four-wheel drive, but mixing it up. Today I'm coming to you from my woodworking barn right here at the old Mitchell farm. Right? So I'm out here in the barn there, Tom.
You're out in the old barn of the old homestead. I love it. We're talking to my buddy Mike Hedrick, and so let's jump in there and go. Let's start with the obvious. We've got racing this weekend, but again, a Talladega review. We talked a little bit about it on Monday, but again, going forward, Spencer Gallagher wins Talladega, runs into trouble. Let's talk about that in the Xfinity Series. And Joey Logano heads into Dover with a little bit ahead of steam, having won at Talladega last weekend. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we'll start off with that Xfinity Series. That was great racing right there. And at the results, we had the young Spencer Gallagher winning the race there at Talladega for the Sparks Energy 300. That was his very, very first NASCAR career victory. But something happened. We're not exactly sure what happened, but he is in trouble with NASCAR, and he has actually has been suspended indefinitely for substance abuse violations. He violated Section 19 in the NASCAR 2018 rule book. Now, that's the substance abuse policy. seems he was tested positive on May 1st to something. We don't know what that is exactly already. He's already agreed to submit himself to the Road to Recovery program, which is NASCAR's drug program right there. Now, this is really disappointing, not just for himself and his family, but really his career. His career could have really jumped off right there. And also for his GMS race number 23 owner and teammates. Getting your very first win there at Talladega could have actually even qualified him for the Xfinity playoffs. But NASCAR says that Gallagher will not be granted a waiver to be eligible in the championship series if he comes back in time. So this was a big, costly mistake, and possibly, and we're hoping it's not a career-ending mistake because we all make mistakes, and the good Lord is a little bit more forgiving than NASCAR is. But if he goes through the program, we've seen other drivers. We've seen A.J. Allmendinger come back to NASCAR and have a career right there. But, yeah, really disappointing. Everybody, even Dale Jr. and a lot of the other drivers, were really excited about seeing Spencer Gallagher get that win. But things got messed up, and he's in trouble. So indefinitely suspended. We don't know who's going to fit in that car just yet in the Xfinity Series.
Consequences for your choices, unfortunately, and he didn't do well, obviously. But again, we're pretty forgiving society. So if he goes through rehab, and it's called the Road to Recovery Road, if he goes through that and gets through the proper channels, I guess he gets a chance to come out on the outside, on the backside of that, with a chance to redeem himself. We're talking again to Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter, and so we get ready to go racing. Again, we start with the Truck Series tonight, the JEGS 200 at Dover tonight. Tomorrow, of course, you have the Xfinity Series racing, the One Main Financial 200, and then Sunday, the AAA 400 Drive for Autism, a triple header this weekend. Again, we start with the trucks. Will race tonight. What's the very latest in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series?
Well, it's going to be one. Just remind everybody where we're heading. We're heading to Dover International Speedway, one of my favorite tracks. Bristol is my very favorite track, but I really love the Monster Mile. I love that 1 mile concrete oval. It's really steep. It's got 24 banking in the curves. It's got 9 degrees in the straight. So it's like a big fishbowl right there. So any kind of accident always makes its way down to the bottom of the track. And it's just a great track. We want to qualify well there. The trucks are going to be fantastic to watch there. I don't have my stats on who actually is going to be in the race, if there's any Xfinity drivers down there. But trucks are always fun to watch. That's a series that everybody, if you're new to watching NASCAR, or you're disappointed with, or you don't like the way Cups are, there's so many great drivers in that lower series, in the truck series. It's great racing. I'm expecting Dover this to be one of the best races of the whole truck series this year.
Well, the Truck Series, again, back on the track. They haven't raced since March the 24th, but they'll run 3 in a row. Dover, Kansas, and Charlotte, and take a break and come back in June. So this is a chance, after being off for over a month, this is a chance for the Truck Series to get some momentum. Johnny Sauter and the boys, Matt Crafton and company, Noah Gragson, some of the guys that are in and out of the series. Sauter and Crafton primarily are the two big dogs right now in that series. But again, a little momentum. You're off since March, and you have 3 in a row, then you're off again until June, and from there on in, you run pretty much solid the rest of the season. So this is a chance to get a little mojo behind you here in these next 3 races. Very important stretch for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series.
Yeah, and I think so. And I think this is going to favor, like you just said, some of the more veteran guys who can take a little bit of time off and be out of the seat and still come back and be strong. In Dover, you're going to need to be strong. It's a quick track. It's 1 mile. But stuff happens at you real fast, and I think that's going to lend to maybe the veterans having a little bit of advantage coming off of this long break that they just had.
We're talking to our buddy Mike Hedrick, NASCAR Fans Reporter, coming up. We'll check in with our buddy, again, sitting right beside us, Bill Patrick in the Kingsport Speedway, the Concrete Jungle. The Xfinity Series coming up tomorrow. Again, the One Main Financial Xfinity Series at Dover. 4 drivers qualified at Talladega for a chance to compete for the $100,000 bonus one last time this season. Justin Allgaier, Elliott Sadler, Brandon Jones, and Ryan Sieg. And so Sieg is in there since Gallagher got bumped. Of course, we just talked about that. So as a result of him getting bumped, Ryan Sieg moves up. So he has a chance to win $100,000. Elliott Sadler's made 20 starts at Dover. He's finished in the top 10 in his last 12 starts. This guy's the hot guy. He's the points leader heading into Dover, Delaware. And so he's the man, I would think, one of the guys to beat and one of the guys to try and knock off this weekend. What do you think?
I think he is, and he's on fire. I mean, he's actually got that dash for cash these last 2 races and won himself $100,000 each for that. So I'm sure he would. And I think we talked last week. He took him. It was his birthday, and he took himself and his kids out and bought some stuff. But I think he's not only the guy to beat, or that you have to beat at Dover. I think at this season right now, I think that he's going to be the guy that you're going to have to fight for the championship. I think it's, he's getting to be older. He knows that time is short in the sport, and he's on fire, and he's racing for his buddy Dale Jr. There's Junior Motorsports. He's got a good equipment, so I think he's going to be really strong at Dover. Like I said, even with the Xfinity Series, I think it's going to lend itself a little bit more to the veterans. But we know Junior Motorsports in that series is on fire. But you know what? Christopher Bell, you can't count this guy out. I mean, coming up, the champion of the Truck Series last year, new an Xfinity Series right there, racing for Joe Gibbs Jr. You got to have him in that too right there. I'm looking forward to Dover. It's going to be an Xfinity race. It's going to be one of the best ones of the season as well.
Here's the top 10 in points. Elliott Sadler, Tyler Reddick, the rookie, Justin Allgaier, Christopher Bell, Cole Custer. We haven't said much about him, but he's having a great season. Daniel Hemrick, Spencer Gallagher, who was in 7th. He's out now. Brandon Jones, Ryan Truex, Matt Tifft. And with Gallagher being dropped out, then Ryan Reed moves up to the top 10 now. So there's your top 10 heading to Dover tomorrow. Again, pole qualifying, let's see, they'll qualify there later this afternoon, be ready to drop the flag. Let's see, qualifying for the Camping World Truck Series at 1 o'clock, and they will come back, my apology, they'll come back tomorrow and qualify for the race tomorrow afternoon. We're talking again to Mike Hedrick, and so we move into the Cup Series. Again, this guy, by the way, the Xfinity Series winner from last year at Dover in the spring was Kyle Larson. The Truck Series winner last year was Johnny Sauter. And Tyler Reddick won the spring race in the trucks in 2016. And then you move into a track that Jimmy Johnson hopes will be his. It has been his. He'll hope, obviously, Mike Hedrick, it'll be his this weekend. He's won 11 times there. He's won 6 in the spring, 5 times in the fall. He's won 2 of the last spring races, again, at Dover. Matt Kenseth won the event in 2016. So Jimmy Johnson is the guy going in that you got to keep an eye on for this weekend at the Monster Mile in the Cup Series. What do you think?
I think you do if the Chevys can start performing along with the Fords. Right now, we just saw the Fords. They're on a tear. We watched them come up out of Talladega. 6 of the top 10 were Fords, and only 3 of them were Chevys. And that was a great race over there. But, you're exactly right. Jimmy Johnson is going to have to get him on. He won in June in 2017. So we know that he can still win here. This isn't a track that he used to be able to win at. He's very relevant at this track. I just think that the Chevys right now have shown that they're just a little bit off this year, maybe with that Camaro new ZL1 body. But yes, I would look for Jimmy Johnson to be the guy that steps up. The rest of his team, they're a little bit off. I mean, if you look at the standings right now, Alex Bowman is doing the best for Hendrick's organization. He's 12th in the standings, and Jimmy Johnson's 14th. Now they would be in the playoffs, but out would be Chase Elliott in 18th and William Byron in 20th. So maybe we might see the Chevys make a move there at Dover. They're traditionally strong right there. They're the leading manufacturers. They've got 38 wins at Dover. Ford has 25 and just Toyota with 5. Don't count the Toyotas out. But this might be a track where we start seeing Chevy, show its strength, show its muscle. Jimmy Johnson, get out there and show it. But he's still capable of doing. We know he's going to pop off a win or so this year and be in the playoffs. There's nothing wrong with him. I think it's just the Chevys are a little bit off. So, again, Dover's going to be a smash-up, great race here on the Cup side as well.
You got it. We do want to say hello to Kathy Sparks and Betty Lacey and Andy Thaxton and Jerry McNeil, some of the folks watching, and Ricky Walters, hello, and Jerry Keller and Will Bellamy. Thanks, guys and ladies, for watching the show. And Kathy says pool opens next weekend. Yeah, getting ready to get back in the pool. It's almost pool season. I got me a one-piece that'll blow your socks off, Mike Hedrick. I'm telling you. It's a floral print, and it's I told that to a lady the other day. I said, I got a floral print that's going to knock your socks off swim season. She actually, honest to God, stepped back away from me and said, okay, I've got to go now. I says, so anyway, Jimmy Johnson, laps led at Dover. He leads in 8 different categories at Dover, the Monster Mile. So his 11 wins puts him 1 victory shy of equaling all the other wins in total produced previously from everyone else in the field, which is 12. So you got all the rest of the drivers combined have won 12 times at the circuit. are at this track on the circuit, and Jimmy Johnson's won there 11. Of the 8 Ford drivers ranked among the top 16 in points, only 3 have wins at Dover. That would be Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch. Martin Truex has won there. Ryan Newman has won there. In fact, Newman has 7 top 5s and 14 top 10s at Dover. And so he swept the races back in 2003 and then won the first race in 2004. So you've got some guys on the track that can win, but clearly the guy that needs to do well, I mean, they're struggling, as you pointed out, and you're exactly right. The points look like this. Jimmy Johnson, the only Hendrick driver. Let's see, the best Hendrick drivers right now. Alex Bowman, 12th. Jimmy Johnson, 14th in points. Chase Elliott, 18th. And then William Byron, 20th in points. So the Hendrick guys are struggling. Here's your top 10 in points. Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, Kurt Busch, top 5 in points. Then comes Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr., and Kyle Larson. So there you go. That's what you've got going on for the Monster Energy. I appreciate Dover using the track, Mike Hedrick, to bring awareness to autism. It's the AAA 400 for autism. I think that's phenomenal. It's a I don't know if it's a disease. I guess it would be. It's a situation that plagues a lot of kids primarily, and they don't get enough publicity, and I think it's great that Dover, Delaware uses a racing platform to get the word out and bring awareness to autism. And so I think that's very, very cool. Dale Jr., since we last visited on Monday, Dale and Mrs. Dale are parents. Tell me about that.
I kept telling my buddy, Dale Jr. had a baby, and they're like, no, Dale Jr. didn't have the baby, but Amy had that. But yeah, everybody decided Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his wife Amy, they had a baby girl there on Tuesday. Now the little young lady's name is Isla Rose Earnhardt is her name, and she's healthy. That's about all that we know, because we don't even know whether she's going to race. We don't know whether she's going to be a team owner or whether she's just going to be a pretty girl and do whatever she wants. But Dale did tweet, and you got to like this. You can even hear the change in himself. But he tweeted, everyone was right. This is a new beginning. Now everything I will be for her and for Amy. So blessed. So wonderful for Dale. We all love him because of his driving and his family legacy right there. And we also know him as an all-around good guy. And most of us also know the blessing that the Lord gives us when we have a child, and how much more love that you didn't even know that you had, you can pour out to your child. So congratulations to Dale Jr. and Miss Amy and the lovely little Isla Rose Earnhardt, who will find out whether she's got a fire suit already there, Tom.
There you go. Hey, great report, my friend. We'll talk to you Monday, get a follow-up this weekend's racing in Dover. Triple header, trucks tonight, Xfinity tomorrow night, Cup Series on Sunday. We'll find out how it all shakes out again, and we'll get an update from my buddy Mike Hedrick on Monday. Have a great weekend, my friend. Stay back in that woodshed and get your chores done. Keep Mama happy, and I'll talk to you Monday, all right?
I appreciate that. Hey, God bless everybody real good. Woo-hoo-hoo.
There you go, my buddy Mike Hedrick. Phenomenal job, does it every week. Appreciate him very much being with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, which is where we are, broadcasting live again here on this Friday. So let's bring him in. We don't want to wait any longer. We're excited about him being here. He always comes wherever we are on Fridays, and we certainly appreciate that. And that would be our buddy right there, Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway. Yeah. Afternoon, brother. How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good.
We got racing tonight at the Concrete Jungle.
Yeah.
Again, the Kingsport Speedway going to crank it up tonight. It's going to get after it. And we had some beating and bang. Let's go back to last weekend. What happened last weekend?
What didn't happen? That was one. It was a full moon, and you could tell. I mean, it
was the tempers flaring
big time. That was if you like action, every division last week we had action. We had Kevin Wolf tried to avoid a wreck and ended up hitting the inside wall on the back stretch, caught his car on fire and destroyed it. I saw him out there yesterday practicing. He's got her back ready to roll tonight. So he's okay evidently. Them Pure Fours we had, I don't know how many crashes we had, but it was a lot of tore up cars and tore up feelings. But
hurt feelings, huh?
Oh yeah. It got your money's worth last Friday night, but
always get your money's worth at Kingsport Speedway. No question. They'll be racing there tonight. By the way, we want to give you a quick plug. Want to get there tonight, but can't. Again, tonight we've got a baseball game. Maybe be able to get over there. First, we're going there at 4:40. First pitch at 5 o'clock. Elizabeth and Happy Valley from TVA Credit Union Ballpark, formerly Cardinal Park in Johnson City, the AA tournament. So we'll get with it. 5 o'clock first pitch. Winner moves on. Losers season is over. Then we may be able to shag over there and catch some of that racing. We'll drop the green flag tonight at what time? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock we're going to drop the green flag. We're trying to, we've been a little bit not getting the flag out there as early as we've been wanting to. We're trying to do some things different this week to see that we can be ready to go at 8 o'clock tonight. So it's we're changing around the way we're doing qualifying and such, so not having such a big mess down there inside pits. So we're going to get her. We're going to get it.
Cool. Iron it out. Be ready to roll.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we start qualifying right around 5 o'clock. Is that correct? Or 6 o'clock?
Early practice at 4:15, and then we're going to have a drivers meeting at 6:30 tonight, and most qualifying will be done right after the drivers meeting, and then we'll go right on into the preliminaries and the racing.
Coming up, we'll check in with Dave Martin again from WLW Radio in Cincinnati, talking about the Cavaliers who played last night. We'll talk about that. And also, he's going to give us a preview of the 144th running of the Kentucky Derby tomorrow, Churchill Downs in Louisville. Hello, Renee McNeil. Hello, Kathy Sparks. Hello to Betty Lacey. Appreciate you ladies watching the show. And so we are here live at Food City in Boones Creek on a Food City Friday. So let's start with the divisions. Late model, bring them on down. Who's your points leaders right now?
All right, late model be Zeke Shell.
Who we had on the show last week.
Right.
Okay.
Wayne Hill finally got the monkey off his back and won one last week. Glad to see that. Then modified street is going to be Royce Peters leading the way. Pure street is going to be Rob Austin leading the way on that one. Pure streets tonight will be twins, so they'll be starting it and they'll be ending it tonight. So if you like that class, they'll be having 2 15-lap races tonight instead of 130. Then Mod 4, you've got Kevin Canner leading the way there, and then Pure 4 is going to be John Kettard.
There you go. There's your points leaders. By the way, want to again show you these. Do you like strawberries?
All of them.
Look right here. Scott strawberries are in, folks, at Food City. Check that out. $3.50 for that right there. We're going to cap them tonight. Maybe after I'm racing. Now I'm talking about coming over there watching racing. At some point tonight, we'll sit down and cap these and split them and put them on top of those little strawberry shortcake cakes. Break them up, put them in a bowl of milk on them. You ever had them that way?
Yeah, my mom used to have some kind of a sugar type thing that she mixed up and put with them, and you could sit and eat them all day long. You get your stomach hurting after a while. Then she would make her own strawberry pies with that, some type of a gelatin she made and put on it. That was some good stuff.
Absolutely. I can't do all that. All I can do is cap and eat them. But
ain't nothing like Mama's cooking.
No, ain't nothing like Mama's cooking. Look right there. Scott strawberries are in. They've had to reload them here already 3 times. $3.50 a quart. Can't beat it. Look right there. Good stuff. This one right here looks like a ping pong ball. Look at that thing. Love it. Locally grown produce. Ain't nothing like it. Food City strawberries right here. Scott strawberries. $3.50 a quart. We're live here again at Food City in Boones Creek. So action starts tonight. We'll drop the green flag, as you said, right around 8 o'clock tonight. Had a good crowd last Friday night, too.
The crowds have been phenomenal. Car counts up in every class, and it's, I guess that's a good thing. We're having trouble finding places to put the race cars, so.
That's a happy problem to have.
That's a real good problem. We're running out of transponders, so we'll have to steal one off of one class, put on the other, and then remember which one you took it off of to take it back. It's that's a good problem to have.
That's awesome.
We're having a good car count in every class, and every class is really putting on show this year.
We hear a lot like this young man is loading up on strawberries. I love it. Got him. Oh, there's those little cakes. I wonder where those cakes are. Those right around this.
Right around over here.
Would you reach over and get me? Can you do that real quick? Would you reach me get? Don't go. Wait a minute. You better take them headsets off.
Oh, you don't want me to take them with me?
No, I don't want you to drag me. I want to talk about these real quick. My man is in the house. Yo, Bill and Tom. Hello, Will Bellamy. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you very much. One of the staff members again at Kingsport Speedway, the concrete jungle. And so I thought there's I don't either. We'll get them. I'll go to the break. I'll find them. Strawberry shortcakes. You got to have them. So, good stuff. Well, thank you for looking anyway. We're talking to our buddy Bill Patrick. Again, we're live here at Food City. We're live. We're country's cornbread. So he has to get up and go look for strawberry shortcake. We're going to do it.
Yeah, I've been eyeballing trying to find them myself.
Just a couple old country boys. So he is what we is, and we are who we are.
I see the gelatin laying up there beside them.
Well, they're close by. They ain't too far away, I can tell you that. 74 degrees already. We're about back up and ready to roll. So we are live here again. We is, we are. And we're talking to our buddy Bill Patrick. Kids Club, let's talk about that tonight.
Yeah, Beth Clendenin runs that, and she's been having to ask for some help because it keeps growing and growing and growing, and kids get involved. I'm not sure which race it'll be, but we'll probably actually have them racing their bicycles or their power wheels sometime during the year, get them involved down on the track, and then they do crafts with them during qualifying and practice. So I think she's up around 30-some kids in there right now, so it's growing, and every kid that goes in there just loves it. So,
it's all about going on again. $10 to get in for adults, kids 12 and under get in free. And then tell us about the tier parking.
Tier parking, you pay $10 extra to get the car in. That's between turns 3 and 4. Probably best seat in the house. It's overlooking the whole track and looking right at the scoreboard. We have worked on the scoreboard this week, so it's going to look a lot better than it did last week as far as being able to read the numbers on it. So we're trying to do everything we can to make it most exciting that we can. So it's but that tier parking is probably the best place up there. You can back your car up there, or truck, open your tailgate, get your cooler out, get your grill out. Only if you invite me up for the steak.
There you go. Just call us up there so we can eat a little simple as steak, right?
That's right.
There you go. Good stuff. Again, I appreciate him coming by here all the time. So we're setting on go. Gates open at.
Gates will probably open somewhere around 4:30 or so, because practices, we're backing it up to 4:15 to try to get things growing a little bit faster. So the early practices will be starting at 4:15 instead of 4:30. We're trying to back everything up about 15 minutes to try to accommodate some of this. We got so many cars going through pre-tech, it takes a little time.
That's a happy problem to have.
That's a real good problem to have.
There you go. Good job, man.
All right.
Bill Patrick with us again. We'll take a break for Phil's Dream Pit. We'll be right back. Again, we're going to talk a rundown again, the baseball schedule and softball schedule for you tonight right after this timeout. We're live at Food City in Boones Creek on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back with my buddy Phil, Phil's Dream Pit again, the quest for perfect barbecue. And tell us about, big guy, tell us about the dream packs at Phil's Dream Pit.
So we offer these dream packs that we offer them in equal numbers. So like 4, 8, 12, 20, 24. I mean, we can do them as much as 100 people or more. We've had them go out for 300 people. But the dream packs it comes with the pork, the sauce, the buns, and 3 sides. So you could do like beans, potato salad, and coleslaw. The price ends up costing you a little under $7 a person, which is an unbelievable value around here.
Well, obviously, spring's right around the corner. You're looking at people on the move, going to ball games and Little League games and just being on the move. So this is a great way to come in and get a dream pack. Or if you got an event in the backyard, a cookout, or whatever you got going on, this is a great way to feed the gang, right?
It is. And another benefit of it is sometimes people are having rehearsal dinners and they'll have volunteers from their church that will serve. So this is a very inexpensive way to hold your costs down for your rehearsal dinner or your wedding. We do offer full service catering. The price goes up a little bit to have our whole crew out there, but you could do the value packs too and have folks from church serve it and cost you under $7 a person.
Let's squeeze in too before I let him go. Meat by the pound. So again, another event coming up that you just want to come out here and buy this great meat by the pound. You do that as well.
I do. We offer the pulled chicken. We offer brisket by the pound, pork by the pound, chicken salad by the pound. The chicken salad, kind of give us a heads up if you're going to want 4 or 5 pounds of that, because we try not to make that much of it at once.
All this on the website.
And philsdreampit.com.
Yep.
It has our catering menu. It also has our in-house menu and the value packs, and just an awesome deal.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, they're physically located right off Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. So Phil's Dream Pit, philsdreampit.com. The quest for perfect barbecue, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Thanks to my buddy Bill Patrick for stopping by. Awesome job as always. We appreciate him. So what I have is what I knew we had it. Here it is. There's those. Well, got it upside down. The dessert shells, Kern's dessert shells. There's your strawberry shortcake shells, what I call them. You got them there. You've also got them in the Food City Fresh Jumbo dessert shells. Now you get those puppies right there and put them in a bowl. Get your strawberries we've been talking about. And we'll tell you how to do this. Right here. Get those Kerns. Get those Scotch strawberries, cap them, half them, put this in the bowl. I'm going to tell you how to do this. This is country. You may not do this in your country. This is West Virginia right here, buddy. So put that on. A little whipped cream. Put those shells, put a couple of those in the bottom of a bowl. Break them up. Pour milk over them. Put them berries on them. Be like a hog at a trough. I'm telling you, that is some good. That's country right there. That's some good eating. Like a hog at a trough. Got him tickled. He's country too, my buddy Gary. Coming up, we'll go to Cincinnati in just a few minutes to talk to our buddy. Again, that would be Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. And so I want to get Gary back in here one more time. Tell us, stock your shelves and save. What's on sale? What's been flying out here so far? You've been up at the checkout counter. What are folks taking advantage of?
Right now, people getting the canned vegetables, Tom, for 39 cents a can. Our Food Club, our exclusive brand. Can't hardly grow it for that. 39 cents a can, and then the Pepsi cubes, they're $4.99 for a 24-pack, and they're buying these Armour hot dogs $1. They're going out back there, and those pork loin, they're keeping Alan busy back there slicing them things. They're good deal with that. That's $1.49 a pound. Of course, you know we got the russet 10-pound bag of bacon, potato or fry, either way. Good iron skillet, good job with that. They're $2.99 for a bag, which I doubt if you could grow them for that either.
No.
You know, you could. But, yeah, we got good deals all through the store, Tom. Not just advertised, but our prices are good. Glad to.
So you look at some of these specials. Again, I go back to these Armour hot dogs. You get 12 hot dogs for $1. I mean, I don't know how long ago but you could get hot dogs, a package of hot dogs for $1. These are Armour hot dogs, classic hot dogs, right. 12 for $1. Again, you get the honey white bread at $1.49. The Pepsi products in cubes today only 24-pack, 12-ounce cans, $4.99. The Harvest Club russet potatoes, as they said, 10-pound bag for $2.99. Peanut butter, creamy or crunchy Food Club, again 28-ounce jar, limit 2 for $1.99. Got them over on this side too. These are the digital coupons.
Yeah, we got a big thing going with that now, Tom.
Yeah, tell me about the digital coupons. How's that work?
That's the thing they can go and load that, go on our app. FoodCity.com.
FoodCity.com,
and
yeah.
you load that down on your value card. Then when you come through, You slide your value card. It takes off the digital items when you purchase. Yeah. It's a good plan. It's working real good for us right now.
Can't beat that.
No.
So just go to foodcity.com and load up on digital coupons.
Right.
Yeah. And then you print them off, bring them in. Is that how it works?
No, it downloads on your value card.
Gotcha. So I go down and go, I want that one, I want that one, that one. And when I come in the shop, it automatically
slides your card.
Oh,
if you purchase the item, it will automatically take it off with your value card.
Well, that's slick as a whistle
Yeah,
there.
it's a good deal.
So I go down and make sure I go to foodcity.com. I go down to these digital coupons and I cherry pick what I want. Click, 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 click. And when I come in the shop and actually buy it, the computer downloads these coupons onto my Food City value card.
Yes, sir.
It takes them off the cash register.
Right, sure does.
That's
pretty simple.
Pretty slick there now. I like it. So
that's a good
even
program.
I can figure that one out.
It's a good program for us, sir. We kind of got the bugs worked out of that, and it's a good deal for us right now.
It is a good deal.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It is. Yes, sir.
So, and I appreciate Carrie Ann coming up. She's never done this before. I thought she did a great job.
She's new for us. She's just been with us about 2 or 3 months. She just got hired in. Her previous lady retired, and Carrie Ann took over. She's doing a real good job for us.
Good.
Real good job.
And she was good on the interview, too. So I know you're busy. I know you got to go around here. You're kind of holding down the fort.
Sort of, yes. Got my sidekick back there, Glenn. He's helping me out,
Yeah.
so we're good.
Yeah, you two are running the show here. Do a great job.
Yeah.
This is one of the stores I shop at. It's a great store. And so we love coming in here and got some great help in here, particularly in the evening. Some of these younger kids, good kids.
They do a good job for us.
Yeah, they do
we
a
got
good
a
job.
good group. We really do.
I'll let you get back
All
at
right.
it. I know you're out here.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
Yes, sir. Putting out the fires and taking care of things and all the above. Doing a wonderful job. Again, I appreciate him very, very much. Again, we're live here at Food City. We'll take a break. We'll come right back, and we will, again, go to Cincinnati and check in with my man. That will be our buddy, of course. That will be Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. He comes up next. He joins us, and we'll come back and wrap up what's going on in high school baseball and softball, including our broadcast. Elizabeth and Happy Valley today, 4:40 airtime. First pitch, 5 o'clock from TVA Credit Union Ballpark. And so the winner moves on, loser goes home. We'll have that for you, again, beginning at 4:40 this afternoon. We'll be right back with Dave Martin in Cincinnati talking the Cavaliers and the Kentucky Derby preview. We'll have that for you next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call, and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Welcome to the Mini Morning News Show, where we are so excited about Chick-fil-A's chicken minis for breakfast that we've minified the news.
In real estate news, tiny homes for those who like everything within arm's reach.
In culinary news, micro food, because, small plates.
In entertainment news, this year it's all about the mini series.
In pop culture news, mini everything.
Because, aw. All right, thanks for listening. Now go put some mini in your morning with the chicken you love for breakfast. Chick-fil-A's Chicken Minis until 10:30 a.m.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Let's go to Cincinnati on the phone. He's there, our buddy from WLW Radio in Cincinnati, the one, the only, Dave Martin, riding away with Dave tomorrow night of the American Truckers Network. Good afternoon, my good friend. How are you?
Yeah, I'm wonderful. I'm just warming up here in the bullpen for tomorrow night's big show, and who knows what direction we'll go tomorrow night, because, with these truckers, they get a lot on their mind. They all want to call up. The phone lines light up like a Christmas tree. We go a lot of different directions, and of course, you like to stoke the fires, talking a little NASCAR and talking a little sports. We always have a good old time. So, so I'll have tonight to recoup a little bit and get ready. But, yeah, we got a lot of activities going on, so I don't know where you want to start.
Start
King
Cavaliers.
James,
there you go.
He put a nice whipping on the boys last night. I'm glad, because they've been playing all them barn burners. They kind of get on your nerves. But last night, King James come out and found out that the boys couldn't guard him when he took one step back for a little fadeaway, and he was on fire. And Toronto's kind of a lot like those Boston Celtics. They got a bunch of crybabies over there, so they spent all night whining to the refs. And one of them, I think, got booted on out, rightfully so. And Kevin Love had to give somebody an elbow upside the head when he got tired of getting tomahawked. And I guess the NBA reviewed it after the game and decided to give him a slap on the wrist and say, "No, Kevin, don't be doing that anymore to those boys," and stuff. But, yeah, that's getting to be a pretty good series. Cavs are after a quick 2-0 lead, and they're going back to the Quicken Arena. So they could put Toronto away and send them home packing. Well, it'd be nice for the Toronto boys. Let them have an early vacation.
We're talking to our buddy again, Dave Martin, WLW Cincinnati. I was looking at the stats here. LeBron, 43 points, 8 rebounds, 14 assists. So for folks say he's selfish, he's not selfish. He dished out 14 assists. Kevin Love, 31 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double. Obviously, Dave, you watch them, and you're on top of the Cavaliers. They've got to have more. I mean, LeBron's LeBron. You cannot win with one guy. You got to have a supporting cast, and he got some last night with Kevin Love.
Yeah. Well, I've been saying all along, Kevin, still, he had the broken wrist. Then he got back and had his jammed thumb on the same hand, so it was really affecting him. But they put him down close to the bucket, and instead of shooting his three-point bombers, and he's a good outside shooter. He shoots, averages around 40% from outside. But Lou, the head coach, has wanted him to get down low and be a real threat inside, and it's kind of paying off for the Cavs if they can get that inside-outside game. Now, the rest of the guys haven't quite stepped up to the plate, but they're just kind of like trying to get their legs, I think, because some of these guys never been in NBA playoffs, and it's a whole different ball game than the regular season. But the veterans are stepping up to the plate. Cover's been doing pretty good, and he shoots from outside, and J.R. Smith's playing some good heady defense. So I think, like I said all along, I think Cavs are going to come out of the East. I might be getting a little bit ahead of myself, but it looks like they're going to handle Toronto, and then their take on, I guess, the winner of Boston and Philly. Now, we talked about before, Philly could be the sleeper team out of there because they really impressed me, and they had that, 15, 16-game winning streak. So things could change a little bit. But LeBron's LeBron, and I don't see how this guy doesn't win the MVP this year. I don't know whether they include the playoffs or not, but, I think he's got it all over that character, that big bearded guy down there in Houston, Harden. and they may end up getting knocked off by Golden State anyhow. But what's your take on that?
Well, let's go back again. We're talking today, Martin, the Celtics, and you and I talked last Friday about the 76ers, the team to beat. Well, now they're down 2-0. They got beat last night, 108-103. The series 2-2-1. So now the next two will be Saturday and Monday in Philadelphia. But Celtics beat them by 5 in Boston. They're up 2-0. Tonight, Golden State will be at New Orleans. Golden State up 2-0. They'll shift to New Orleans for the next two. And then Houston and Utah are tied. They play tonight also. They're tied at a game apiece. So we both thought Philadelphia was going to run away with it over the Celtics. That's not happened to this point. In fact, they're down, as we said, 2-0. So MVP, for me, there's no question. I think, this is me, I think it's either LeBron James or Russell Westbrook. Now you say, why Westbrook? But if you look at this guy, Dave, he averaged a triple-double every night for the last 2 years. That's 184, 82 times 164 games. This guy's went out every night and got a triple-double on every night that he's played for the last 2 years. Now, is he the MVP of the league? I don't know. I don't know what kind of award you give Russell Westbrook, but that's an incredible stat. But probably if I had to step back and go, okay, who's the best guy in the league? Who's the most valuable player? Yeah, I don't think there's any different. For me, it's LeBron James. It's not Durant. It's certainly not Curry. Yeah. It's James Harden's having a heck of a year. But, I mean, this guy, and you talked about this last Friday, he single-handedly puts his team on his back and carries them, and he's doing it. And here's the thing, too. The other team knows he's going to do it, and they still can't stop him. You know, it's like it's not like he's a surprise or a mystery player. It's like LeBron's on the floor, LeBron's going to take over the game, and we can't stop the guy. So, for my money, he is the MVP of the NBA.
Yeah, it's true, because a lot of times he's not only is he taking the ball to the hoop, but he's always got at least one or two defenders that's all wrapped around him too.
Hanging on him,
go
absolutely.
along for the ride and swatting on him and knocking him upside the head, and he just keeps on giving him that dirty look and playing ball. And you talk about an Iron Man, so there's no question in my mind with everything the Cavs went through this year with all the changing personnel and losing Kyrie to the trade early in the year, and things not panning out with the other guys they got from Boston. I mean, LeBron has just been, you might be able to say it's been his best season he's ever had. And stats don't tell the whole story. It's the way he's led this team, and like you say, strapped him right on his back and carrying him. And of course, I knew he had a couple key pieces, but the coach was sick and missed about 3 weeks of the season. I mean, the Cavs been up against a lot of adversity, and your average fan probably wouldn't really know that. And with all the different injuries they've had and meshing the different lineups, and of course, then we had the Kardashian curse with that goofball Thompson hanging out one of the Kardashians. He should have known his game would go to hell in a handbasket, but he's actually started to turn around and play a little bit here and do a little bit of rebounding and playing inside and helping out Kevin Love on the boards. And well, that's one thing I've noticed is that the Cavs have been really doing a good job rebounding and keeping these other teams from getting the second and third shots. So that's kind of tightened up, it seems like, some of the shooting on these other teams. They know if they miss, they're not going to get a bunch of easy buckets and get any rebounds, and the Cavs are off running on the other end of the court. So Cavs are looking strong, but I guess we ought to shift gears. Now, there's not a whole lot to talk about your Reds, except, they need to holler on down to AAA and start bringing up some more of these young guys and start scouting around and see if they can find anybody to throw the ball over the plate. I don't know why in the hell pitchers can't throw the ball over the plate and, throw it inside, throw it outside. And that's the one thing the new manager for the Reds has talked about. They're going to start pitching inside. He's tired of, throwing everything down the middle and throwing it on the outside, and these guys swatting the ball all over the place. So it might be a little bit of a change in attitude. But I will say that the Reds are being a little bit more competitive. They're finally scoring some runs. And, Major League Baseball has got a couple divisions. Looks like it's going to be good races all the way down. Your Yankees have ran off a 9-1 streak. So it looks like they're going to give Boston some competition before it's all over. I don't look for the Indians to have a whole lot of competition in their division because their pitching is just too darn strong. It might be the best in Major League Baseball overall and starting rotation. But
you're there in
baseball's starting to find its groove.
You're there in Cincinnati, so what are you hearing? Is Riggleman the guy? They're going to keep this guy in the interim? Are the crowds getting any better? Well, what's going on with the Reds? I mean, on the field they're not any better, but is Riggleman the guy they're going to kind of hang their hat on permanently? And are the fans coming out anymore to watch the Reds?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that so much. I don't think the Reds are going to make any rash conclusions. I don't think they would name anybody till after the season's over. They kind of reevaluate. You know, of course, I went to the Reds caravan and seen the general manager talk, and they talked about how this year they were planning on winning and planning on competing. And I think early in the year they lost 2/5 of their starting rotation with injuries, and you know, the guys come out of spring training, and you know, like I said, they're putting a bunch of batters on. Nobody's hitting. Votto was, you know, either he'd walk or you know hit a long fly ball, big deal. And then they got one of their stars broke his wrist, got hit on a pitch, and he went down. So it's kind of a combination when you take a team that is kind of thin anyhow to start with, and you throw in a couple of injuries and 3 or 4 injuries to your pitching staff, and get one of your key bats out of the lineup, your number 4, number 5 hitter. That's kind of snowballs, and the fans have been down on Brian Price, and I can't put all the blame on him. But it's just a question. They need to rebuild their farm teams down there because they just don't have the talent available to go down there and reach and bring these guys on up. And you know, some of these guys making a whole hell of a lot of money. You know, you don't need them on a last place team. I'd trade them and get some more guys, and you know they're going to have to look to the future. It's sad to say. What they ought to do is get some of the rejects from the Indians. To tell the Indians right now, they've got all kinds of guys there. They're going to have to make a decision on, you know, do they bring them up? They're out of options, and they're going to come off the injured reserve list, and they're pretty good ball players, and I think they could help the Reds. But like I said, I don't run their front office. I just listen to their games and go to a few of them. But the fans, you know, right now, there's too many other things going on for the fans to really turn out. You know, we'll have to wait till things heat up this summer where baseball really rules the roost and see if the fans start to come back just to have a family night. I mean, tickets are affordable right now. And, you know, the place is nice and clean and secure, and, you know, they try to make it fun as far as a fan perspective, but, you know, people won't turn out if the team's getting beat up and, you know, losing, getting swept at home. That doesn't do much to the fan base.
We're talking to our buddy Dave Martin. We're about out of time here, so tell us when we can hear you tomorrow night on the American Trucking Network. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be eyeballing some of the activities there with the Kentucky Derby before the show, but, of course, that's from a fan perspective. I won't lay any of my money down on the horses. Too many long shots out there that scare the hell out of me. But, yeah, I'll be on 700 WLW, America's Trucking Network. Of course, it's Riding the Wave with Dave, and we go a lot of different directions. Hell, we talk sports, we talk Trump, we talk your girlfriend Stormy, and, you know, all kinds of activities and have a good old time. And of course, it's midnight to 5 a.m., so you definitely have to have a little bit of zombie in you and be a night owl. But people stick with us, and the drivers, they enjoy, you know, I keep them entertained and stuff while they're driving cross country, hauling all those goods that the people get, especially for the grocery stores. I mean, without the truckers doing their tough jobs, you know, we'd be starving.
You got that right. We'll be with you tomorrow night. Again, our buddy, from midnight to 5 tomorrow night on AM 700. You hear it across 39 states, and here, right here, clear as a bell at night here in the Tri-Cities on 700, the big one, WLW. Riding away with Dave. Great report, my man. I'll talk to you tomorrow night, all right?
Okay, thank you. Keep the faith. I'll see you, brother.
You got it. Good man right there, our buddy Dave Martin, riding away with Dave. I appreciate him very much being with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. About to wrap this thing up. Again, we are live. We've got baseball this afternoon. Again, we'll go on air the broadcast at 4:40. First pitch at 5 o'clock. It'll be the Elizabethton Cyclones and the Happy Valley Warriors. Last night of the National Hockey League, the Predators, we told you they needed to skate and to do their thing, and they did it. They won. They go into Winnipeg and skate past the Jets 2-1 to tie that best of 7 up at 2 games apiece. And so they'll skate tomorrow night in Nashville. Again, that'll be, 9:30 tomorrow night. Winnipeg and the Predators, Game 5 of that series tomorrow night. Also last night, Pittsburgh bounces back. The defending Stanley Cup champion, the Pittsburgh Penguins, defeat Washington 3-1 last night. They've tied that best of 7 up at 2 games apiece. They will skate tomorrow night in Washington for that one tomorrow evening. And, of course, tonight on the ice, Tampa Bay skates at Boston. That'll be at 7 o'clock to drop the puck. Again, the best of 7. Tampa Bay leads that one 2-1. We'll skate in Boston tonight. And San Jose will go to Vegas to take on the Golden Knights. That series tied at 2 in Game 5 of that series tonight as well. Before we get out of here, again, want to run down the baseball schedule again, but let me tell you how you can vote for your favorite nonprofit. FoodCityCharityChallenge.com is where you can vote, and so this goes through the end of the month. And so if the charity you vote for gets the most votes, they get $12,500. The second place gets $7,500. Third place gets $5,000. So you can't go wrong. First one gets $12,500. The second one has the most votes, gets $7,500, and the third gets a $5,000 check from Food City. And so here are the 10 charities you can vote on: the Donna Hope, Mountain Mission School, Communities and Schools of Southwest Virginia, Alzheimer's Association of Tennessee, Girls on the Run, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Tennessee, Coalition for Kids, Abuse Alternatives, United Way of Southwest Virginia, and Speedway Children's Charities. Just go online at foodcitycharitychallenge.com and go from there and just vote on the charity of your choice. There are 10 charities to choose from. The one who gets the most votes lasts until June, the charity voting. The one who gets the most votes will get a check for $12,500 from Food City, which is phenomenal. That's a lot of money for a nonprofit. The second place, most votes, will get $7,500, and the third place will receive $5,000. It is a great, great giving back to the community, as always, with Steve Smith, the president and CEO of this company, and all the associates at Food City. Awesome. Okay, let's run down one more time the schedule before we get out of here. It's Elimination Day. Every one of these teams you got to win today. First off, in baseball, AAA, J. Fred Johnson Stadium coming up in about 2 hours. Dobbins, Bennett, and Cherokee. Tommy Alderman watching. Hello, T.O. Had a chance to see him last Saturday morning at the National Football Foundation breakfast. Appreciate him stopping by there and being a part of that. Dobbins, Bennett, Cherokee, 3 o'clock this afternoon. All these are at J. Fred. Winner moves on, loser goes home. It is not a gimme for Dobbins, Bennett. Cherokee's got this kid, Nick Collins. He can throw it, and so it could be an interesting game at 3. Again, if you lose, it's over. At 5:30 tonight, Tennessee High Volunteer. At 8 o'clock tonight, Daniel Boone and Crockett. All 3 of those games again at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. The winner of the DB Cherokee game will get Science Hill tomorrow, and the other 2 teams will play each other. So Science Hill, the number 1 seed, got a bye from playing tonight. In AA, Happy Valley, Johnson County. Happy Valley won last night, 6-5. So they move on. Johnson County season's over. Happy Valley plays Elizabeth, and we'll bring you that today. 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch from the TVA Credit Union, formerly Cardinal Park in Johnson City. Again, 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch. The Elizabethan Cyclones at 19-8, taking on Happy Valley, who's 11-12. That team, again, the Cyclones, brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Elizabethans, our title sponsor. The other game tonight, Sullivan South and Sullivan Central at 7:30. That loser is eliminated, and the winner moves on to the double elimination that starts tomorrow. In single A baseball at Crockett today at 5 o'clock, Cloudland takes on North Green, and Hampton, the Bulldogs, take on Sullivan North at 7 o'clock tonight. Both of those games at Crockett High School in Jonesboro. Now in softball, same thing. Elimination day, you got to win or you're done. At 5 o'clock at Metro Kiwanis Park, the AAA softball's in Johnson City this year. Cherokee, Tennessee High on the lower field at 5 o'clock. Crockett and Volunteer in the upper field at 5 o'clock. And then at 6:30, Science Hill plays Dobbins Bennett. You know, it could be tiddlywinks, it could be checkers, it could be whatever. When those two get together in any sport, it's intense. And so it'll be Science Hill and Dobbins Bennett in softball, AAA tonight, again from Metro Kiwanis Park. In AA softball tonight at 5 o'clock, the Lady Rebels of Sullivan South take on Happy Valley. Then at 6:30, Johnson County's Lady Longhorns take on the Lady Patriots of Sullivan East. They'll play those tonight at Elizabeth, and that's where the AA tournament is. And then the single A softball tournament starts tomorrow. It's North and University High at noon, and Cloudland and Hampton at 2 o'clock. And that's what we got going on there. So Predators win. Jason Witten retires. I love this quote. You will hear this every day on this show. In fact, I just talked to Sean. Sean's flying back from Dallas. He was there with his brother, he and Ryan, to watch him step away from the game. Again, the quote of the day, Jason Witten said in his press conference, whenever young kids come up to me and ask me, how do you grow up and play with the Dallas Cowboys and have that type of career? Witten said, quote, my answer was always the same. I love this. You're going to hear this every day. The secret is in the dirt. I was never the most talented, never the flashiest. This guy's going to the Hall of Fame. He's pretty dadgum good, but he didn't take credit for it. He said, I was never the most talented, never the flashiest. I relied on grit. How about that? The secret is in the dirt. You got to have a little grit about you. I love that. So with that, we'll wrap up the show again. Thanks to our guests today. We had Carrie Ann Bush and Gary Banks from the Food City family here with us. We also had Mike Hedrick, our NASCAR fans reporter, join us by phone live from Northern Virginia. Also, we had on Ken Harden, the softball coach of the Lady Cyclones of Elizabethton. They go in as the number 1 seed. They don't play till Monday in the AA tournament, softball tournament in Elizabethton. We also had, of course, just now our buddy Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. So we had a full show, always like that. Don't forget the sale goes on for the rest of today. And so, again, let's show you one more time. Scott strawberries, check it out. Let's show you the whole container. $3.50. Look at that right there. You talking about nice. $3.50 a quart. You get those right there. And on top of that, you come right back behind you. You get these shortcake dessert shells. I'm getting ready to buy both of these. Go home, put them in the fridge. Come back after the ball game night, cap them, split them, wash them, of course, cap them, split them, put them on top of the strawberry shortcake. Have me a little strawberry shortcake and milk in a bowl. Lord have mercy, that's country. Can't wait. All right, 4:40 airtime this afternoon. Pregame from TVA Credit Union Ballpark. First pitch at 5 o'clock. The Cyclones and the Happy Valley Warriors. Winner moves on. Loser goes home. We'll have it for you right here when you're home with the Elizabethton Cyclones right here on the Facebook page of the Tom Thumb Sports Show. Wrapping up show number 741. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Until we re-greet you at 4:40 this afternoon for Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball. This is Tom Taylor live from Food City and Boones Creek saying, as always, win or lose, be a good sport. So long, everybody.